I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. If it weren't already hard enough to understand whose side your financial advisor's on, it got more complicated on June 9th. As of that date, all financial advisors who sell products are required to forgo any sales agenda and give advice that would benefit their clients or customers. This is called fiduciary advice. That's exactly what fee-only advisors do now. Well, does this sound too good to be true? It is. This rule only pertains to rollovers into an IRA from a qualified plan like a 401k, and only to the investment recommendations for that IRA account. Any other account is still fair game for stuffing full of high commission and high fee products that mainly benefit salespeople and their companies. Also, in case you think your IRA is now protected from high cost products, there's one more catch. Salespeople are not required to look out for your best interests if they explain to you how and why they intend to give advice that instead primarily benefits themselves and their brokerage company. While this new law will probably confuse consumers more than it's going to help them, it might be a first step toward something larger. But here's the sad truth. Most Americans believe they already receive objective fiduciary advice. The overwhelming odds are that they don't. You face odds of 10 to 1 that your advisor is a salesperson who is not required to put your financial interests first. Most Americans purchase their investments from the 500,000 brokers who earn commissions if they can convince you to buy an expensive alternative to the thriftier, better performing investment options on the market. That's more than 10 times the number of advisors who adhere to a fiduciary standard. Government research estimates that consumers lost $17 billion a year to conflicted advice in the recommendations related to retirement plans made by brokers and sales agents posing as advisors. The bottom line is that at best, only 1 out of every 10 financial advisors puts your interests first. The actual number of real fiduciary advisors may actually be even lower than this discouraging figure. A mystery shopper study in the Boston area found that only 2.4% of the advisors it surveyed, most were almost certainly brokers, made what most would consider to be fiduciary recommendations. On the other side, 85% advocated switching out of a thrifty portfolio with excellent funds into something a bit more self-serving, meaning higher fees and higher commissions. 85%. The brokerage industry, and that is the larger Wall Street firms, independent broker-dealer organizations, and life insurance organizations, repeatedly fought the fiduciary rule in court, arguing, in some cases, that their brokers and insurance agents shouldn't be held to the standard. The courts refused to block the rule. It gets worse. Brokers are held to a sales standard, but it's a very low standard that's appropriately known as compliance. They're required to know their customer and to make investment recommendations that would be suitable to someone in that customer's circumstances. In addition, a new study found that 8% of all brokers have a record of serious misconduct, and nearly half of those were kept on at their firms even after getting caught. There's one simple way to determine whether you're working with somebody you can trust. Ask your advisor directly to provide a written and signed one-page statement that he or she will act in your best interest, that they will act as a fiduciary. If the broker hems and haws, hold on to your wallet or purse. Chances are any recommendations you receive are going to cost you money. A cost only disclosed somewhere deep in the fine print of whatever agreement you sign. If the advisor signs the statements that you ask for, that you provide, chances are you will receive fiduciary advice. Thanks for listening.